Please be seated. Good afternoon and welcome to the Skaggs School of Pharmacy hooding ceremony celebrating our 2021 graduates. My name is Donna Beal and I'm a professor of the pharmacy and serve as the Director of Student Services. On the stage with me are Marketa Marvinova, Dean of the Skaggs School of Pharmacy and Acting Dean of the College of Health. Our honorary marshals, Professors Doug Allington from the Department of Pharmacy Practice and Keith Parker from the Department of Biomedical and Pharmaceutical Sciences. Both Doug and Keith will be retiring after this semester with a combined 60+ years of dedication to our program. They will be truly missed. We wish them the best in their post-retirement lives. Professor Liz Putnam, Chair of BMed, and Vince Colucci, Chair of Pharmacy Practice. Cherith Smith, Director of Experiential Education. Erica Woodall, Professor in BMed, and Lisa Venuti, Professor in Pharmacy Practice. A huge thank you to Erica Claxton for her continued dedication to our students. She is the heart and glue of our program. Please stand up, Erica, and be recognized. Another special individual is Peggy Griffin, and she's just the queen of Tetris for our experiential program. Please stand up, Peggy. To say this year is one for the books is an understatement. As my friend and colleague Cherith Smith would say, you made it to the finish line. Each year during finals week, I reflect on the graduating class as a whole and jot down words that describe the class. The words that I describe for you, the 2021 graduates, are reliable, resourceful, and resilient. A request could come from faculty, staff, or a fellow classmate, and you were there. There to put together a PowerPoint for graduation in less than 48 hours. Thank you, Hunter. There to make or collect masks for the Navajo Nation during your P3 finals. There to celebrate, and in your case, you celebrated everything. And you are also there to support each other when the needs arise. Resourceful and resilient, from skiing down Big Mountain in jeans when you were from Puerto Rico, to conquering this year of COVID. I am proud that you are joining our profession. Now I would like to ask Sammy Baya to the stage. Sammy will sing a family flag song in his native language. The words are loosely translated in your program.
Yeah. Well, if you guys want to. I got my uncle up here with me, and I'd like to share this song for you guys. This year's been rough. We lost a lot of our relatives, so I hope you guys enjoy.
con et non set le ye verses la dan ye je na hojish abashe hojuno Dikon et non set le ye verses la dan ye je na hojish abashe hojuno abashe hojuno et yana hene yon Nechediyin yonde yekinato Bekigi yagesana ebeke hojon Dokjedene neshliko shitna yod kartolet Abba shel hojon Abba shel hojon yona heine yon Diko eno setlegi Kutesla nanyeji enena hojish Abba shel hojon, Abba shel hojon e yana heine yoem. Diko eno setlegi, chutze salam nananyejen enena hojish. Abba shel hojon, Abba shel hojon e yana heine yoem. Nechediyin yonde yekinato, Bekigi yagesana ebeke hojon. Dokjedene neshliko shitna yod kartolet. Abba shel hojon, Abba shel hojon e yana hene yoem. Diko eno setlegi, Kutze salam nananye enena hojish. Abba shel hojon, Abba shel hojon e yana hene yoem. Nechediyin yonde yekinato Bekigi yagesana ebeke hojon Dokjedene neshliko shitna yod kartolet Abba shel hojon, Abba shel hojon e yana heine yoem.
Oh.
Thank you, Sammy. And now I'd like to ask Kirk Katsianis to the stage. Kirk will provide the response for the graduating class.
Thank you, Donna, and thank you, Sammy, for sharing that wonderful song. I would also like to thank the administration, staff, and faculty. They truly do go unnoticed, and so can we give them a round of applause, please, for all that they do? Thank you. As we reflect about today, it's just about them as it is about us, and with that in mind, I'd like a poem that I'd like to share with you that echoes this sentiment. You made it this far, but not on your own. Surely someone among the ranks has lifted you up and seen you grown, quietly, without a thanks. And in return, their silences implore, humbly do the same. To give back and give a little more, subtly, without the fame. Only then the mentoring eye will see vividly a memory once viewed of one's own self and now a mentee, warmly this lesson of gratitude. You've been supported throughout this program, some of us with scholarships and grants or other financial help. Others have had professors and teachers who have taken us aside, listened to our personal problems along with our scholastic problems. And throughout our program, we've also had wonderful preceptors who added on extra work into their normal time and day. And so as we reflect about our program, it's only as good as we give back. And so when the time is right and it's appropriate for us, I would ask that we think, how can we give back? Whether that's financially, whether that's taking the time to teach, or whether that's one day becoming a preceptor. All of us can identify a preceptor that we really appreciated and enjoyed. I hope that maybe we can do the same for other future students. And in a concluding remark, a famous quote by John Wooden, who was a collegiate basketball coach for UCLA, he said this: "Be more concerned with your character than your reputation. Character is what you really are. Reputation is merely what you are perceived to be." As we go forth from this stadium as professionals, but all of us as people, be more concerned with your character. I'm happy to call you my classmates. I'm even more honored to call you my friends. Class of 21, congratulations, and here's to you.
Thank you, Kirk. At this time, I would like to call to the stage Professors Vince Colucci and Cherith Smith to hood our graduates. Guests, please feel free to come down and take pictures of your graduates. We will go in order of the program, so just be aware of where you're sitting and how long it will take you to get down there. So what we're going to do is have the first row of graduates stand, and they will walk up the ramp here to be hooded and then receive awards and graduation packets. Okay. Hunter Ament from Whitehall, Montana. Hunter is graduating magna cum laude. Hunter grew up in Whitehall, Montana, and moved to Missoula with her boyfriend, Phil. She became interested in pharmacy at a young age and worked hard to accomplish her goal of a PharmD before the age of 24. Hunter worked at Osco Pharmacy for 3 years with fantastic mentors. Hunter would like to thank her family, boyfriend, and amazing mentors for supporting her and encouraging her throughout her journey. After graduation, Hunter plans to move to Boise, Idaho for an Albertsons PGY1 residency. Hey, Cherith, wait. Scott Andrews from Kalispell, Montana. Scott was born in Kalispell, where he grew up hunting, fishing, and competing in rodeo. Scott would like to thank his father, Tony, and sister, Marcy, for letting him bum in their homes during the summers and in his fourth-year rotations. Scott would also like to give a special thanks to his classmates and wish them nothing but the best with their professional careers. After graduation, Scott plans to practice in a community pharmacy. Christian Arp from Granite Falls, Washington. Kristen was a pharmacy technician prior to pharmacy school. While in pharmacy school, he was an active member of Kappa Epsilon. Christian plans to stay in Missoula after graduation and practice in a community pharmacy setting. Blake Bouchant from Ketchikan, Alaska. Blake is graduating cum laude. Blake grew up in Ketchikan. During pharmacy school, he developed a passion for brewing beer, skiing, and rock climbing. He hopes to find a pharmacy career that supports these hobbies. Blake wishes his classmates the best of luck in their future endeavors. After graduation, Blake plans to pursue pharmacy operations in either ambulatory care or infectious disease. Jenny Baker from Missoula, Montana. Jenny is graduating cum laude. Jenny lives in Missoula with her husband, John, and 4 stepchildren, Jade, Christian, Ethan, and Miles. She earned a business degree from St. Martin's University while serving on active duty in the Air Force and pursued a career in medical sales before making a switch to pharmacy. During pharmacy school, Jenny worked as a pharmacy intern and also currently serves the Montana Air National Guard as a C-130 crew chief. Jenny would like to thank her family, friends, U of M professors and staff, and the Montana Air National Guard for their continued support through her journey. After graduation, Jenny will begin a PGY-1 residency at Community Medical Center in Missoula. Sarah Ballou from Bellingham, Washington. Sarah is graduating cum laude. She earned a bachelor's degree in biology at Alfred University in New York. During pharmacy school, Sarah was actively involved in student leadership as the chair of Generation RX for APHA ASP and the secretary for Kappa Psi. Sarah also participated in research assessing the long-term effects of wildlife smoke exposure on rural Montanans. Following graduation, Sarah will be moving to Portland, Oregon, with her husband, Ricky, to begin a PGY-1 residency at Oregon Health and Sciences University. In addition to her PharmD, Sarah is also receiving her master's in public health. Sammy Baya III from White Cone, Arizona. Sammy is the father of two, Draymond Kai and Ariai Kai. He is the first university graduate of the Baya name, a singer of many songs, a teller of great tales, a keeper of the old Cheyenne fire, the man, the myth, the legend. He is Sammy Baya III. Sammy came from Arizona to the University of Montana for his pre-pharmacy coursework. After graduation, Sammy plans to give back by working at the Indian Health Service Pharmacy. Dana Blimler from Ulm, Montana. Dana is graduating magna cum laude. Dana grew up in Ulm. She moved to Minnesota, where she attended St. Cloud State University and earned a biomedical sciences degree before pursuing pharmacy. Dana would like to thank her friends and family for their continued support throughout her journey. Christy Blaskovich from Butte, Montana. Christy grew up in Butte and attended Montana State University and earned chemistry and French degrees before pursuing pharmacy. During her time in pharmacy school, Christy served as the APHA ASP Region 7 delegate and policy vice president. Christy would like to thank her family and friends for their continued support throughout her journey. After she graduated in November of 2020, she accepted employment as a graduate pharmacist at St. Luke's Elmore Medical Center, a critical access hospital in Mountain Home, Idaho. Jade Alexandria Bosick-Reiniger from Big Fork, Montana. Jade grew up in Big Fork and received her Associate of Science degree from Flathead Valley Community College. She went on to obtain a Bachelor of Science in Chemistry and Bachelor of Arts in Human Biology from the University of Montana. Jade worked in Missoula as a veterinary technician for 2 years before matriculating into pharmacy school. During her time at the Skaggs School of Pharmacy, she took full advantage of the extracurricular opportunities offered and joined several organizations where she made lifelong friends. Jade will also be graduating with a Master in Public Health and minor in gerontology. She was looking forward to the next chapter of her life as a 21-23 University of Montana Pharmacy Fellow. Daniel Bariri from Chicago, Illinois. Daniel is graduating magna cum laude. Daniel is a first-generation American who grew up in Chicago. After finishing high school, he chose to attend Southern Illinois University, Edwardsville for his pre-pharmacy education. During his time in pharmacy school, Daniel managed to work part-time at a community pharmacy, was a board member of Kappa Psi Pharmaceutical Fraternity, and a member of many clubs, including the Gerontology Society and the American College of Clinical Pharmacy. Daniel would like to thank his family and friends for the continued support throughout his journey. After graduation, Daniel plans to travel abroad and spend more quality time with family and friends. Taylor Brisbane from Bozeman, Montana. Taylor is graduating cum laude. Taylor is from Bozeman, Montana, where she currently lives with her husband, John. She decided to pursue a career in pharmacy after working as an inpatient technician at Bozeman Health, where she was inspired by her great coworkers. She was excited to continue her pharmacy education as she will complete a PGY-1 residency at St. Vincent Healthcare in Billings. She would like to thank her husband, family, and friends for their unwavering support throughout this endeavor. Andrew Butcher from Lewistown, Montana. Andy is graduating cum laude. Andrew started his undergraduate degree in biochemistry at Montana Tech, where he played on the back-to-back conference championship football team for 4 years. He would like to thank his parents, Jason and Marcy, brother Sam, girlfriend Shelby, and all of his friends for their constant support within the pharmacy program. They have been a large part of his success throughout school and rotations. He is extremely excited to join his classmates in providing outstanding care for their patients, wherever that may be. Andrew plans to pursue a career in clinical pharmacy at an ambulatory care clinic. Nathan Caldwell from Helena, Montana. Nate is graduating magna cum laude. Nate grew up in Helena before eventually finding his way to Bozeman, where he finished his undergraduate degree. Nate chose to pursue pharmacy based on a pharmacology class that he took while in Bozeman, so MSU can't be all that bad. Following graduation, Nate and his wife, Hannah, are excited for a new adventure and will be moving to Wenatchee, Washington, where Nate will complete a PGY-1 residency at Confluence Health Central Washington Hospital. Rachel Chinakailo from Missoula, Montana. Rachel lives in her hometown of Missoula, Montana, where the husband, Peter, and their 2 daughters, Aria and Olivia, which she has not come yet, right? Rachel, okay. After years of working as a technician for Community Medical Center, she fell in love with the field and made the decision to pursue her PharmD. Rachel has decided to continue her career in the Missoula Bitterroot Valley, providing community pharmacy services to the residents of the place she loves. She would like to thank her classmates, family, and friends for supporting her journey over the last several years. Corbin Maurice Christians from Shelby, Montana. Corbin was born and raised in Shelby and moved to Missoula in 2010. Before pharmacy school, he worked as a pharmacy technician at Community Medical Center while taking undergraduate coursework in preparation for pharmacy school. During pharmacy school, Corbin volunteered his time with multiple student groups, as well as working as an intern at Rose Hours Pharmacy. After graduation, he will be seeking employment with the Indian Health Service or local independent pharmacies. Corbin would like to thank his family, friends, professors for their continued support throughout his schooling.
Kelsey Deshaw from Florence, Montana. Kelsey Deshaw grew up down the Bitterroot Valley in rural Montana. She chose to pursue pharmacy after working with a local pharmacist as part of a class project in high school, where she saw the impact of accessible health care that pharmacy offers. After graduation, Kelsey plans to stay in Missoula and begin a career in sterile compounding and regulatory affairs with OSRX Pharmacy, where she interned throughout school and found a niche that she is truly passionate about. Kelsey would like to thank her family for their constant support and encouragement throughout her education. Alex Diaz from Billings, Montana, graduating cum laude. Alex is from Billings, where he attended MSU Billings. Alex earned a degree in biology before pursuing pharmacy. In his free time, Alex enjoys reading, gardening, and technology. Alex would like to thank his family for their support throughout pharmacy school. After graduation, Alex plans to pursue opportunities in informatics or community pharmacy in the Billings area. Kylene Dolan from East Helena, Montana, graduating magna cum laude. Kylene Dolan was born and raised in Helena. During her time in pharmacy school, she served as president of Kappa Epsilon and community service coordinator of Rho Chi in her P3 year. Kylene would like to thank her parents, Phil and Wendy, sister and brother-in-law, Felicia and Troy, and fiance, EJ, for their continued support throughout her schooling. Kylene also earned her bachelor's in pharmacy and minor in gerontology. Lexi Deuce from Missoula, Montana. Lexi Deuce was born and raised in Missoula, Montana, and was excited to complete her pharmacy education at the University of Montana near family and friends. During her time at the university, she was the chair of Operation Diabetes for APA, as well as an active member in Kappa Psi. Lexi is grateful for the community at UM, including professors, classmates, and community members. After graduation, Lexi will be completing a PGY-1 residency at Providence Holy Family Hospital in Spokane, Washington. Court Erkins from Spokane, Washington. Court grew up in Spokane and now resides in Arizona, where he plans to enjoy the warm weather. Court plans to pursue a career in specialty pharmacy. Ian Fitzgerald from Helena, Montana, graduating cum laude. Ian grew up in Helena, Montana, and comes from a long line of pharmacists. He is proud to be the 5th-generation pharmacist to graduate from the University of Montana in his family. Yay! Following graduation, Ian will be completing a PGY-1 residency at Fort Harrison, Montana VA healthcare system. Ian also earned a Master of Business Administration. Kayla Graff from Billings, Montana, graduating cum laude. Kayla grew up in Billings, Montana under the influence of her grandfather, who is a pharmacist and pharmacy store owner. Following high school, she moved to Missoula to complete her undergraduate training at the University of Montana. During her time in Missoula, Kayla danced on the dance team at athletic games and continued her love for teaching by instructing dance students. While in pharmacy school, Kayla served as the chair of OTC medication safety under APHA ASP and was actively involved in the Kappa Psi pharmaceutical fraternity. Following graduation, Kayla will remain in Billings to complete a PGY-1 residency at St. Vincent Healthcare and continue to enjoy beautiful Montana with her fiance and her dog, Bear. Charlie Hagel from Kalispell, Montana. Charlie is from Kalispell, the greatest place on earth. Before attending the University of Montana, Charlie enjoyed helping his father with tanning animal hides and doing skull Europeans. While attending the University of Montana, he enjoyed spending extra time up in the trees of Snowball. He also spent time with his wife and pets as much as he could. After graduation, Charlie hopes to work in the Flathead Valley as a community pharmacist and pursue his outside adventures. Ryan Hamilton from McAllister, Montana. Ryan Hamilton grew up in McAllister on his family cattle ranch. After completing his bachelor degree, he became a pharmacy technician and fell in love with community pharmacy. During his time in pharmacy school, he worked for Walgreens and had the opportunity to work at multiple pharmacies around the state. During school, he rediscovered his love for running and was always getting ready for another fun run. Ryan would like to thank his family and friends for all their help and support throughout the years. He will be beginning his pharmacy career as a pharmacy manager at Mineral Pharmacy on July 1. Julia Marie Houston from Moore Park, California. Julia grew up in Southern California before she decided to attend U of M for college. Along with her Doctor of Pharmacy, Julia has also earned a Bachelor of Science in Pharmaceutical Sciences, as well as a minor in gerontology. Julia and her boyfriend, London, plan to move out of state following graduation with their cat, Kiki, and their dog, Miko. Julia would like to thank Reagan Warner for being her better half in pharmacy school, as well as her family for their continuous support throughout her educational career. After graduation, Julia will be going on a road trip to national parks in Wyoming and Utah. Daryl Wright Hunt from DeKalb, Illinois. In high school, Daryl did not like algebra or chemistry. He was the kid that gravitated towards woodshop and welding classes, which led to fast cars, working on engines, and making things with his hands. Later, he left a career as a tool maker to reinvent himself as a pharmacist. Daryl worked very hard and overcame hardships to get here to today, and he owes a debt of gratitude to his wife and family for their unwavering support during this journey. Thank you. After graduation, Daryl plans to find a pharmacist position at a small pharmacy where he will know his patients by name and enjoy time off with his lovely wife and family.
Jacob Hunt from Butte, Montana. Jacob lives in the hometown of Butte and worked as a technician and intern for the past 12 years in a hospital and retail pharmacies. This opened the world up of pharmacy for him, and he became engrossed in the field. After completing his undergraduate work at Montana Tech, he decided on the pharmacy school at UM for the ease of travel and keeping close to friends and family. Upon graduation, Jacob will practice as a clinical pharmacist for St. James Hospital in Butte and also as a staff pharmacist at Walmart. Jason Jessup from Pinesdale, Montana. Jason is graduating cum laude. Jason lives here in Missoula with his wife, Miyuki. He chose a career in pharmacy after working as a technician and developing an interest in chemistry and industry economics. After graduation, Jason plans to continue their journey in New Jersey. He will be a pharmacy resident and biochemist virologist at Tabula Rasa, a healthcare technology and management firm in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. Jason also earned his Master of Business Administration. Trevor Johnson from Great Falls, Montana. Trevor grew up in Great Falls. He went on to play baseball at Miles Community College, then MSU Billings, where he began his pre-pharmacy courses. He plans to take a break and study for the NAPLEX following graduation, and then plans to find a position in community pharmacy in Montana where he can enjoy the outdoors. Kirk C. Katsianis from Blackfoot, Idaho. Kirk is graduating cum laude. Kirk grew up in Blackfoot, Idaho, as the youngest of 7 children. He earned a physiology degree before pursuing pharmacy. Kirk would like to thank his wife, parents, family, and friends for all the support throughout his pharmacy journey. He would also like to thank all of his professors, staff, administrators, and preceptors who helped him grow as a pharmacist. Kirk also earned a certificate of public health. After graduation, Kirk will begin a PGY1 residency at Community Medical Center in Missoula. Shulene Nicole Kraft from Cutbank, Montana. Shalene is graduating cum laude. She pursued her education at the University of Montana Skaggs School of Pharmacy after having had exposure to the medical field while working at a rural health clinic and Critical Access Hospital in northern Montana. Her love of chemistry and desire to help people guided her to become a pharmacist. Shalene will start her career as a pharmacist in Arizona, licensing in Hawaii as well, with an overall end goal of moving to the islands. What a goal. She would like to thank her colleagues, friends, and family for their continued support throughout this incredible journey. Holly Krentz from Billings, Montana. Holly is graduating cum laude. Holly grew up in Billings, where she attended Montana State University in Billings. During this time, she began her pursuit of pharmacy and is grateful to have experienced both community and hospital pharmacy throughout her education. She is excited to start her next adventure as a PGY-1 resident in Idaho Falls and Eastern Idaho Regional Medical Center, where their soon-to-be husband, Logan. She is excited to continue to make progress toward becoming an emergency medicine pharmacist. Holly would like to thank her friends, family, and Caffeine for all of the support. Logan Lesher from Shoemakersville, Pennsylvania. Logan is from Shoemakersville, Pennsylvania, where he grew up with his parents, Mike and Amy Lesher, and two sisters, Cassidy and Bria. He earned a bachelor's degree in biology and allied health sciences. Before coming to pharmacy school, Logan worked in retail pharmacy, where he found the love for medicine and patient care that he was looking for. Logan plans on going back to Pennsylvania to pursue a career in community pharmacy and spend time with his family, girlfriend Kelsey, and his dog Kaya. Tori Jade Lindblom from Havre, Montana. Tori is graduating summa cum laude. Tori was born and raised in Havre. Her interests lie in inpatient and ambulatory care with a focus on mental health. After graduation, she will begin a residency at South Texas Veterans Healthcare System in San Antonio, Texas. She has enjoyed participating in pharmacy groups throughout her schooling, including ACCP, ASP, and KE. In her spare time, she loves to go hiking with her sweet pup and husband and skiing with her family and friends. She looks forward to practicing as a licensed pharmacist soon and is thankful for all the support of her family, friends, classmates, professors, preceptors that have given her the help to get her here. Jacob Link from Kalispell, Montana. Jacob is graduating cum laude. Jacob grew up in Spokane, Washington, and Kalispell, Montana. He attended the University of Montana for his undergraduate coursework in pre-pharmacy. During his time in pharmacy school, he was a member of multiple student organizations and was the treasurer for Kappa Psi. His fondest memories from pharmacy school include hosting tailgates and late-night studying with his friends. After graduation, Jacob will begin a PGY-1 residency at St. Peter's Health in Helena, Montana. Ethan Mead from Wahpeton, North Dakota. Ethan is graduating summa cum laude. Ethan grew up in North Dakota. He played Division II baseball at the University of Mary before pursuing a pharmacy career at the Skaggs School of Pharmacy. During his time in the pharmacy program, he optimized his adventures outside, and he was the vice president of Kappa Psi, Policy Vice President for ASP, Treasurer of ACCP, and a member of Rho Chi. Ethan would like to thank his family, friends, and faculty for the continued support and unconditional love throughout this journey. Ethan also earned his Master's of Business Administration. Following graduation, Ethan will complete his PGY residency at Benefice Health System in Great Falls, Montana. Caitlin Michelle from Missoula, Montana. Caitlin grew up in Missoula in an outdoor-loving family. She enjoys skiing, camping, and a round of golf. Among many other activities, Caitlin set her sights on a career in pharmacy at the beginning of high school. She attended Boise State University for 2 years. She was accepted to the University of Montana Pharmacy Program, where her journey to become a pharmacist became a reality. Caitlin looks forward to practicing in Western Montana, utilizing her education, passion, and OCD nature in either a community or hospital pharmacy setting. Caitlin's future might well include living and working in Boise, a city she came to love during her early college years. Maral Motazedian from Shiraz, Iran. Maral lives in Mill Creek, Washington, with her husband, Shahan. She chose to pursue pharmacy after volunteering at Children's Hospital in Seattle. She commuted back and forth between Seattle and Missoula during pharmacy school. After graduation, she will begin practice part-time at University of Washington Medical Center, ambulatory outpatient pharmacy, and will also practice part-time at Costco Pharmacy. Carlos Morales from San Juan, Puerto Rico. Carlos is graduating magna cum laude. Carlos grew up in San Juan, where he attended the University of Puerto Rico. He earned a bachelor's degree in human anatomy before moving to Missoula to pursue a PharmD degree. During his time in pharmacy school, Carlo was an active member of Kappa Psi pharmaceutical fraternity and ASP. After graduation, Carlos plans to move back to Puerto Rico, where he will make a difference and serve his Latin community as a community pharmacist. Natalie Morgan from Bozeman, Montana. Natalie is graduating summa cum laude. Natalie grew up in Bozeman and attended Montana State University for nursing. After working as a nurse for 5 years, she made the decision to go back to pharmacy school. She would like to thank her family and friends for their unwavering support. After graduation, Natalie will be starting a PGY1 residency at Billings Clinic and would love to eventually work in ambulatory care. Madison Muller from Missoula, Montana. Madison was born and raised in beautiful Missoula. The field of pharmacy has always been of interest to Madison, and during her pre-pharmacy shadowing, Madison realized she was exactly where she needed to be. The field of pharmacy allows for lifelong learning and serving a variety of patients, something that has always been appealing to Madison. She would like to thank her family, friends, and professors as they have helped her into the person she is today. Following graduation, Madison is excited to start her career at Safeway in Butte, Montana.
Tim Naring from Woodland, Washington, graduating magna cum laude. Tim grew up in Southwest Washington. During the winter, he enjoys spending his day at the mountain snowboarding with friends and classmates. In the summer, he floats the Clark Fork and rides mountain bikes around Missoula. Tim enjoys the pursuit of learning and will miss seeing all of his classmates daily. After graduation, Tim plans to pursue opportunities in the field of pharmacy that allow him to provide personalized and excellent care to his patients. Megan Nelson from Stanford, Montana, graduating summa cum laude. Megan grew up in a military family moving all over the country. However, her roots have always been in Montana. During pharmacy school, she was an active member of APHA, ACCP, Journal Club, and Rho Chi. She also worked part-time in an independent pharmacy. After graduation, Megan will begin a PGY1 residency at Benefice Health System in Great Falls. She would like to thank her father and mother, Jason and Kelly, and her boyfriend, Newt, for all their support and encouragement. Spencer Nicholson from Great Falls, Montana, graduating cum laude. Spencer grew up in Great Falls and followed in the footsteps of both his parents in becoming a Grizzly. He will start his career as a pharmacist in Billings, working for Osco Pharmacy, the company he interned for during pharmacy school. He would like to thank his family, friends, and mentors who supported him and got him through pharmacy school. Joshua Osborne from Kalispell, Montana, graduating summa cum laude. Joshua Osborne was raised in Kalispell, where he attended Flathead Valley Community College before pursuing pharmacy at Skaggs School of Pharmacy. Joshua is active in extracurricular activities throughout school. In addition to working as an intern for Walgreens and biking wherever possible, he was a member of Kappa Psi, Rho Chi Honor Society, APHA, and served as chapter president for ACCP. He feels fortunate for the endless love and support from his family and friends throughout the journey. After graduation, Joshua will begin a PGY1 residency at Sacred Heart Medical Center in Spokane, Washington. Emily Osterly from Spanaway, Washington, graduating cum laude. Emily grew up in Spanaway and decided to pursue UM's pharmacy program after visiting the campus. During her freshman year, she was hired on with the Voronina Lab, where she developed an interest in research. She continued to work in the lab throughout pharmacy school and was able to apply her research towards a master's in pharmaceutical sciences and drug design. After graduation, Emily will continue her research in the lab for her master's degree and present her most recent work at a genetics conference this June. Serge Pikolov from Missoula, Montana. Moving to the United States after the collapse of the Soviet Union gave Serge the ability to pursue a career in the medical field. While attending Washington State University, where he graduated with a Bachelor of Science in Biology in 2008, he met his partner, Jason. They later moved to Montana. Serge enjoys traveling in the United States and hiking the national parks. A few favorites are Glacier and Zion. Serge has a passion for knowledge and to have been said to know something about everything. Serge plans to pursue a pharmacist's position in a hospital. Carly Schmidt from Glendive, Montana. Carly grew up in Glendive and attended the University of Mary in Bismarck, North Dakota. She earned a biology degree before pursuing pharmacy. She also worked as a technician for 3 years before attending pharmacy school. During her time in pharmacy school, Carly served as the merchandising chair of Kappa Epsilon, the secretary of NCPA, and was an active member of APHA-ASP. Carly would like to thank her family, friends, and the great faculty for the continued support throughout her journey. After graduation, Carly will begin practicing at Osco Pharmacy in Glendive, Montana. Megan Lydia Shonen from Livingston, Montana, graduating summa cum laude. Megan was born and raised in Livingston. She completed her first year of undergraduate courses at Grand Canyon University in Phoenix, Arizona, before deciding to move back to Montana and pursue a career in pharmacy. During her time in pharmacy school, Megan served as the treasurer of Rho Chi and was a member of APHA-ASP. Megan would like to thank her family and friends for their continued love and support throughout her journey. After graduation, Megan plans to pursue her passion for community pharmacy and will be continuing her career with Walmart. Guy Seavey from Old Orchard Beach, Maine. Guy was born and raised in Old Orchard Beach. A wonderful pharmacy manager and mentor at CVS encouraged him to apply to the University of Montana. Throughout pharmacy school, he worked full-time as a traveling intern for CVS. He is an active member of APHA-ASP, serving as co-chair of Operation Immunization for 2 years, and a proud member of Kappa Psi. After graduation, he will continue his career with CVS as a staff pharmacist in Scottsdale, Arizona. Guy would like to extend a special thank you to his mother, Bonnie, his mentors, Francis and Amy in Maine, as well as his friends and coworkers for their continued support and encouragement during this incredible journey. Mackenzie Smith from Kalispell, Montana. Mackenzie Smith grew up in Kalispell and chose to pursue pharmacy school after watching her grandpa run his own community pharmacy. She will be earning her PharmD exactly 50 years later than her grandpa from the University of Montana. Mackenzie also earned a Bachelor of Business Administration. After graduation, Mackenzie will begin a PGY1 residency at St. Peter's Health in Helena, Montana. Would Chuck Thompson come forward? Delaney Thompson from Missoula, Montana, graduating cum laude. So her dad was her professor. Delaney grew up in Missoula, Montana. She attended undergraduate school at Colorado State University in Fort Collins, Colorado, and majored in microbiology with pre-pharmacy emphasis. During her time in pharmacy school, Delaney served as the historian and then regent of Kappa Psi, where she later served on the Interchapter Relations Committee on the regional level. Delaney would like to thank her friends, family, and dog for the incredible support and encouragement throughout her schooling. Following graduation, Delaney will begin a residency with St. Mary's Providence Hospital in Walla Walla, Washington. Samantha Tracy from Great Falls, Montana, graduating magna cum laude. Samantha was born and raised in Great Falls. Inspired by her grandfather and mother, Samantha moved to Missoula to complete her Doctor of Pharmacy as the first in her family to attend college. After graduation, she will begin a PGY-1 residency at Providence St. Patrick Hospital in Missoula. Samantha would like to thank her family, fiancé, and friends for their endless support and encouragement throughout her journey. Reagan Warner from Bakersfield, California. Reagan grew up in Central California, where she decided at a young age that she wanted to pursue pharmacy. Her family moved to Columbia Falls, Montana, where she completed her pre-pharmacy requisites before transferring to the University of Montana. Reagan plans to pursue community pharmacy in the Flathead Valley. She would like to thank her family and friends for their continual support and encouragement throughout her life, and to Julia Houston for being her forever study buddy and roommate on the 5th floor in the library. Taylor Young from Great Falls, Montana. Taylor currently lives in Helena, Montana with her beloved Samoyed Avery. She began her pharmacy journey after a family member graduated from Skaggs School of Pharmacy and encouraged her to pursue a career in the field. During her time in pharmacy school, she served as community service chair and president of NCPA. Taylor would like to thank her friends and family for their constant support. After graduation, she plans to start her next adventure as a clinical services pharmacist at Rite Aid in Boise, Idaho. Congratulations to our graduates.
Congratulations. And at this time, I would like to have our Dean, Marketa Marvinova, come to the stage.
Good afternoon, everyone. Wow, what a great and special day. It's wonderful you are able to be here with us today and celebrate in Washington Grizzly Stadium despite the crazy year and continuing pandemic. It is so important that our graduates, along with family, friends, and the School of Pharmacy faculty and staff, are able to unite, if only for a brief moment, to celebrate together as a community. Graduates, you had a challenging 14 months, completing half of your P3 spring semester via distant delivery and completing all your 1,440 hours of APPE during a pandemic. Unfortunately, we had no national guideline that we could consult for this problem. You withstood all the challenges, worked with us and your practice sites and preceptors through all the changes and adjustments. And you truly showed us your resilience and grit during these unprecedented times of the last year of your Doctor of Pharmacy studies. Despite the fact that it has been a challenging year to lead a school, both as a new dean during a pandemic, my time here has been most rewarding. The school's faculty, staff, and administrators consistently and repeatedly demonstrated passion and teamwork. The school is full of individuals who care about students, are able to adapt to new challenges, and the ever-changing pharmacy in Montana landscape, and truly reflect the best that our great state has to offer. As the Dean of the Skaggs School of Pharmacy at the University of Montana, I want to congratulate each and every one of you for this remarkable achievement. Congratulations, graduates. It was truly a great pleasure to see you all walking through the stage and receiving your doctoral hood. We, as a pharmacy academic community, are celebrating with each of you today as you go on to great things as University of Montana Skaggs School of Pharmacy Doctor of Pharmacy graduates. As pharmacy professionals who are medication experts and critical members of interprofessional teams, you will be contributing in countless ways to improve individual patient and community health outcomes in Montana and around the country. With all you have learned here at the university, you are now empowered to make a meaningful contribution, to make a real difference, and to change our healthcare system today and in the future. You have all the tools, the knowledge, the skills, abilities, and values to take care of your patients, but also to help your communities and contribute to public health at large. We know you will do great things and will work hard to move our profession forward and to improve patient care and health outcomes, no matter the practice setting. Keep making us proud. As the Dean of the Skaggs School of Pharmacy at the University of Montana, let me be first to say an official congratulations to our new Doctor of Pharmacy graduates. Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2021, congratulations. Oops.
Thank you all for coming to our celebration. And as we leave, we'll have the faculty on the stage go first, our graduates, our faculty, and then the rest of you. Please make it out to the out of the stadium as soon as you can. They need to clean and get ready for physical therapy. You may go across the street to the grassy area to take pictures or in any of the campus. So again, congratulations, you guys.
God called